I think I'm now live, guys. Please let me know if you can hear me. Please let me know if you can see me. I'm sorry for the delay. I'll explain. I'm just waiting to see if it kicks in for me on my other screen real quick.
Hi.
Let's see. Okay, I think we're good now. Welcome. Happy Pisces full moon. Few different things for me to apologize for. One, if you have left a comment in the last week and I haven't replied to it, I'm going to get to it. I'm very sorry. There is a reason why I haven't answered back yet, which I will get to. Also, the camera angle for today's video is totally different. I don't have my tripod, had to figure it out. And yeah, so let's just hop into what's happening with this energy, and then I will explain to you guys what in the world is going on with me. I think it will flow nicely with this. And if it feels like you're looking up my nose all night, I'm sorry. I'm going to do my best to like look down, okay? Just my computer screen is up here. So happy lunar eclipse, super moon, Pisces full moon. Whenever we have a super moon, it just means that the moon is closer to Earth, meaning that we may feel the intensity of our emotions more greatly. When it comes to the energy of this Pisces full moon, there's a lot to unpackage, and Leo King and Sirius Joy, they both have done a really great job with unpacking this energy. So, hello, Andrea. Um, Hello, Sean. So, I definitely recommend watching their videos on YouTube because they're going to give you a more in-depth as to what is happening with this energy. But from a zoomed out perspective, and for me to translate it into English terms, basically, hello, Christopher. This is a time of softness. This is a time for endings. This is a time for us to have big releases, to become aware of our cycles, to get out of our cycles, to face our inner self. And so, if you're somebody who has done shadow work in the past, this for you might have felt like a breeze. It might not have been very emotional, but for those of us who have not yet learned how to dive into our shadow self, how to do the inner work, we might be feeling a little bit more emotionally charged. And so just keep that in mind as like you're interacting with people in your life. And this is also about a time for us to like find the tenacity to keep on going, accepting responsibility for ourselves, right? It's like making the amends for ourselves and yeah, like really taking ownership and responsibility about our shadow self, understanding ourself, and moving forward. It's not about like making amends with other people outside of us. So these endings that are happening, these breakthroughs that are happening, they should feel like the inner work, the inner self work, our personal self. This is also a time where fantasy might be outside of us and really shining bright, and we're feeling like, oh, that thing is going to save me. And I'm going to keep focusing on this thing and that thing. And that's not what this is. This is about you figuring it out for yourself and you taking the ownership and the responsibility and moving forward. So this eclipse is an erasing tool. It is helping with fears and trauma. Those might be coming up. We might be being blasted with our own shadow energy, but it's time to take that responsibility of your shadow self, understand who you are, figure out how to move forward, keep ourselves grounded. But this is also a time for us to um just become aware of how potent our emotional life is and like allow ourselves to dream, right? Like think of what we do want to manifest, like what we do want to call into our life, but just don't get caught up in fantasy, right? Don't get caught up in an illusion, if that makes sense. So that's what's happening with this energy. I do Usui Reiki, just to answer that question for you. And so for you guys to know what in the world has been going on, and I've been contemplating how to share this on YouTube because I feel like with YouTube, this is the space where I get to show up for you. And I feel like it's the space where I get to be strong for you and provide you with the uplifting and encouragement and motivation. And so on my Instagram, I shared this because it directly impacted my candle business. But on Wednesday of last week, I was hiking with a friend, my first time hiking with her, and I tripped over a rock. I went to go stop myself as I was falling, and I fractured my radial head and my right arm. So this is my dominant arm. Um, the next 2 weeks, I have to just see how I heal, but I cannot lift anything heavier than a toothbrush, and I can't make candles. I can't do markets. Um, the doctor said it's going to be like 4 months until I can go back to lifting anything heavy. And keep in mind, like I was lifting 100 pounds on like a weekly basis as I set up my tent and I put on my weights. Oh, sorry. So for me not to be able to use my dominant hand is very discouraging. And emotionally, it was the cherry on top of me already spinning out because it was like, I had just personal things going on with my family and having to take care of family members earlier in the month of August. Um, Things with a car that we have happened, and that was extremely scary. And then job interviews, getting rejected from job interviews, getting rejected from applications, going on interviews and not making it through to another round, going on an interview and not getting offered a role. Having a customer on Etsy who was quite nasty. Like it was just like thing after thing after thing after thing after thing. And for me, emotionally, I just hit a breaking point. So if you see my Instagram, like it's an over dramatic thing, but I say it's over dramatic because this is just who and how I am. But for anybody else, like I keep thinking about this and I keep trying to figure out how to share it because I know I'm not alone. When you get laid off from your job and you're in this transition phase, and it might not just be a job, right? When there's ever a change that's impacting your sense of identity and who like literally like a way in which you are identifying. And now it's abruptly gone and there's a massive shift. It's a really weird place to navigate. And I feel like nobody talks about it. And I've been fumbling through navigating it. And I have different, like, luckily, I have different mechanisms to like cope and like make it through in a sense. However, like, I'm here just to show you I'm a human being and I have literally hit my breaking point with fracturing my elbow. Like, I literally am like, all right, universe, I'm surrendering, I'm slowing down. I don't know what else you want from me. I don't know what direction you want me to go into. It feels like every efforts that I'm doing, they're not taking me to the place in which I would like to be, the place where I can like actually pay bills and stuff like that, right? Like, so it's just feeling like you're in the space of darkness and you don't know which direction to go, and everything you're doing doesn't necessarily feel like it's worth it, and you're getting tired and you cannot see light at the end of the tunnel. So I share that because I know I'm not the only one in this transitional phase, and I know that we each have different transitional phases and it feels different for all of us. And also, I have a hard time accepting help from other people or relying on other people. So this has been an opportunity for me to accept help and support and recognize I can't do things on my own all the time. I genuinely need help for certain things. And yeah, it's been really fun cooking myself food with one hand. Of course, the universe and its beautiful way that it does. I decided to go for a walk the other day, and as I'm going for a walk, I see a gentleman who's walking holding a leash of a dog, and he has one amputated arm. And in my head, I'm just like, wow, like this man is living a life with one arm. And I'm wondering how he puts his hair up because I haven't figured out how to put up my hair with my one hand. And it was just a reminder of like people live like this all the time, right? Like don't over dramatize, like for me, don't over dramatize it. Like this is you're capable and this is possible and like it's going to be fine and it's just a short period of time. So that has been my experience with this eclipse. Lisa, thank you. I truly appreciate that. What I ended up doing is I canceled all of my markets except for October 6th because the issue is I can't even make candles. Um, so yeah. So I think my lesson is just to surrender. Christopher, I felt the same way last year, sending you love. I appreciate that. And I know you're now glowing and like in the best place ever. So you are truly inspiration. And I know I'll get there too. This isn't my first time hitting the bottom, but it's the first time in a while of being in this place. And for this long, like I've never been in this place for like almost 2 years. Like I was laid off January 2023. Um, yeah, so it's just a long time of being in this space. Val, hi Crystal, everyone in my circle is experiencing a rough patch. It feels like the cosmic mirror, and definitely there's a lesson to learn. Yeah, 110%. 110%. So we're all here. We're all going through it, but this is the reason why I haven't been responding to comments. Thank you. Yes, we can get through this for sure. And I'm like on the more optimistic page. I'm not as Debbie Downer as I'm coming across. I'm just explaining to you what has been going on for me, but I've like shifted my energy and like, I'm cool, I'm chill. Like, I canceled some markets. All right, cool. Like, let's keep it moving. Um, so I feel like there was something else I was gonna say. Oh, so that's why I haven't answered the comments. And I'm thinking I have a few videos stockpiled. I think I have like one more long video and one more short. So if you see new videos, you're like, both her arms work. Like, what is she talking about? I happened to record videos on Tuesday before I fell on Wednesday. So I have a few saved up. Um, but if you see a few videos where I'm only doing like one-handed Reiki, just know that is why. I think tonight I'm probably just going to do one-handed Reiki. It hasn't been a week since I heard it, and I just don't know how I'm going to feel if I like leave my one hand up like this for like 10 minutes. So yeah, so in the future, any shorts, any long videos, when you see me doing like one-handed, that will be the reason why. And we're just gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna keep showing up for you guys. So I'm not going anywhere. We're just gonna pivot and make it work. So that is my saga. I 100% feel like this energy is forcing me to slow down and surrender. And one last thing on this, because I feel like I'm going on and on and on and on. The coolest thing about this whole experience and having to use my left hand is I feel insanely present in every single task that I'm doing because I have to, like, I'm not in a cast or in a sling because if I was, it would freeze my elbow. So I get to like not have a cast or a sling and like be out here, but I have to consciously not use my dominant hand. And then I'm like very present. So like I was showering the other day and I was like, oh yeah, like this is what it feels like to shower and like very highly aware of what it's like to like wash my body or like I was making eggs with one hand. And it's just like, I am so fully in the present moment because I also can't do something and hold a phone, right? Like my phone is away and I'm taking more distance from my phone and I love it. So I'm having a little bit of fun with it and laughing at all like the messes I make as I like spill stuff and yeah, man. So I hope everybody else is having a better time. Let's move forward with this ritual and we're gonna move into cleansing our energy. I'm gonna use an incense that I lit just because it'll be a little bit easier for me tonight. But we're going to start with cleansing our own energy and then cleansing the energy of the room. As you cleanse, please be sure to get the palms of your hands and the bottoms of your feet as those are energy centers. So let's go. I ask any low vibe, worried, fearful, sad, and dense energy to be cleared from my aura. I send all energy that is not mine back to where it came from. I release anything that is no longer serving me. I welcome in white light to fully cleanse my energy and clear balance and align my chakras and meridians. I allow myself to connect more deeply with my intuition and inner self. I am open to all that is meant for me, and I welcome in new beginnings and blessings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just going to stay on camera. I'm going to stay seated so I can stay on camera. You guys are welcome to get up and walk around. I ask all wanted, heavy, negative energy to leave from this room and my space. I invite in uplifting, loving, caring energy. May this space allow me to connect in with my inner dreams and my deepest desires. I invite in my loving team, the universe, the full moon energy, and any other loving energy that would like to join into this space to assist me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think it is the intention that makes Reiki work. I love your positivity. Keep shining. Yeah, 100%. You guys will feel the Reiki even if I'm sending it with one hand. The reality is I can actually just send Reiki like with my mind and my eyes and ask it to go to different parts of your body without even using my hands. I've done that quite a few times. So that's that. I just may not be like, if I make another longer video or two, I just might not use crystals. We'll see if I do. I'll like have to just use the crystals like this and then look like I'm sending Reiki. But if I'm using the crystals with one hand, I can still send the Reiki while I'm using it. Just you guys may not understand that's what I'm doing, if that makes sense. What's happening, Tom? All right, let's hop into these questions and let's have fun with this tonight. These are gonna feel a little bit heavy, but you guys know how I do. Also, I'm just, why shy away from it, right? Like, if we're going to go in, let's go in. If that's what this moon is wanting us to do, to dive deep, let's just do the inner work, because if we can do the inner work now, it'll help us later. And there's no reason to shy away from it. So first question that we're going to focus on is going to be, what fears, trauma, and shadows have been coming up? And I'm going to find a song for this. With these questions, I think because they are so intense, I don't want us to really really overanalyze them or go too hard on them. So we're just going to take like 2 minutes. Let me find a song. Tom, I fractured my elbow, basically. That's what you missed. Okay. So I'm gonna play this music and then let's get to writing. And like I'm saying, like go as deep as you want. Like don't think you have to really, this isn't a time to beat yourself up. This is just a time for you to become aware. That's the purpose of the questions, just to bring awareness. Okay. Let's get to writing. hopefully that was enough time to help you think of a few things. Krista, I've been having a lot of physical ailments, sickness, injuries, etc. It's made me a little fearful of going back to work and if my body's going to hold up. Totally understandable. Do you think all of those, do you think the physical stuff is trying to teach you something or tell you something? Like, have you asked your higher self, like, what are all of these things about? Um, I just asked that as I was asking myself, and the one thing I kept hearing from myself was surrender and slow down. And so I know sometimes when we push too much and we try to bulldoze through things, our body literally says, you have to slow down. And if you don't slow down, I will make you slow down. And we'll get sick and we'll get physical things because we're not just listening to our body in the first place. In my dreams, losing my apartment and micromanaged at my job. Yeah. For me, the fears that have been coming up have been money fears, of course, the fear of actually being able to manifest. All right, I'm going to be extremely vulnerable with you guys right now. Because this is something that has been coming up in my head and I've been trying to figure out how to articulate it. And I've just been working through it within myself. But I have this idea that when I go back to get an x-ray, the doctor is going to read the x-ray and he's going to be like, oh my God, did you have a fracture? Because it's like not here at all. Like it disappeared. How did it vanish? You healed so quickly, right? That's like my ultimate dream right now, these next few weeks. And then there's a part inside of me that has doubt. And I don't know if it's because when I was younger, I used to try to manifest stuff and then it wouldn't come to fruition. Like I've been trying to figure out that block. And so instead of me trying to figure out the block, I've just come to the point of like, well, if I can just keep putting the energy and feeling the energy of the desire that I want and where I want to be whenever the doubt comes in, then that's the way we're going to go through it, right? Instead of trying to overanalyze what's not working, just okay, keep feeling the feeling of it happening, keep feeling the feeling of it happening, keep trusting in that it can happen rather than let the doubt be present. So I share that in case if you're somebody similar to me um, that experiences that. But yeah, the last few days I've been really thinking about that and I want to sit down. The other most frustrating thing is I can't journal because it's my right hand and my left hand doesn't write as fast. So I can't like write with my hands. I can definitely type stuff, but oops. Hold on, I think my battery died. You guys should still be able to hear me. Hold on. Hold, please. Let's see when this will come back. Um, I might just turn the camera off for a second. Um, just to give it juice for one moment, or we'll just leave it like this. We'll just see what happens. But okay, so from Krista, the audio should still be fine still. Okay, cool. All right, we're just gonna go with darkness for a little bit, let my camera recharge. And then I know I push myself way harder than my body can handle because I'm such a people pleaser. So it's a nice reminder to slow down and allow myself to rest. Yeah, definitely. Definitely listen in on your body and allow it to talk to you. Let's see if we can get this camera back on. In the meantime, we're going to go to question number 2 for all of y'all that are still sticking around. All right, cool. We're back. It should last. I don't even know if I'm in frame. I'm like, that's okay. I think I am. All right, cool. Okay. So question number 2. Thank you guys for just rolling with me on this, you know. Next question is going to be, how do you self-sabotage? And so I started reading a book, The Mountain is You. I want to read more in it. But let's just take 2 minutes right now to find out. How do you self-sabotage? This is comedy hour, guys. Sorry. I'm like Okay, let's take 2 minutes and focus on this question. All right, all right. I always find the flaws and things I could do better, not just at work, with things like art or some singing that I really enjoy. Even if no one witnessed it, I always need to be better. I understand that feeling for sure. For sure. I wish I had a suggestion. Um, I think there's something that can be positive about wanting to be better because it can push yourself to grow. But I think if it stops you from creating the art or singing, then that's when it's not beneficial. And it's also knowing the balance of like, when does the better matter, right? Like there are times where I make certain things and it's not the best I could make it, but could I have made it better in that moment? No, I didn't have the capacity, you know? And it's just accepting, like, it's okay. This is where I was now, and it's still beautiful. Christopher, going into my own head and overthinking scenarios, getting entangled with other people's energy. Yeah, I could totally relate to those things too. The scenario thinking. So funny how we can spend so much time thinking out different scenarios that actually never even happen in real life. It's wild. Um, for me, one of the ways I self-sabotage is I spread myself too thin. I do too much. I want to do all the things at once. And then it's like I'm not doing anything and I'm just stressing myself out and I'm putting so much pressure on myself because I like have all these things to do. And I don't have to do it that way. And that's what's cool about right now. It's like giving me the time to be like, hold up, stop racing. You're like, you're not going anywhere else. Um, from times. Sometimes I block myself from my blessings by expecting a blessing to come a certain way instead of just letting the universe deliver it how it wants to. Yes, 100% understand that. I'm right there with you for sure. Um, yeah, I definitely self-sabotage by making excuses. Um, and also by like saying too much or being too honest or like oversharing or allowing other people to influence me. Like sometimes you have to just really tune it all out and listen within. But instead, I would rather try to find an easier way outside of me. And truthfully, it's never easier, ever. Celeste, I assume and stay in my head too much. Yeah. I feel like that's a very common human thing that a lot of us assume and stay in our head. And I always admire the people that I meet who are capable of like um actually being direct with somebody else and like calling a spade in the moment, being and like calling something out. Like I always love that. I think that's like one of the coolest characteristics and something I've been working on getting better at. Of course, in a loving way, but instead of like having something happen and then harboring it and overplaying it in your head, it's like in the moment just being like, "Hey, did you mean to say it that way?" Or not that, but you know what I'm trying to say. Oh, died again. All right, we're gonna turn the camera off for a moment. Actually, this will be a cool time for it to be off anyway, so we'll give it a few minutes. Tom, it's like I'm obsessing over 4 + 4 = 8, but the universe is like 8 + 0 also equals 8. Yeah, totally understand that. But it's definitely a good thing to recognize from Sean's self-doubt and second guessing. Yeah, I feel you, man. We're all similar. And that's why I love these. So thank you all for sharing. Like, I hope you guys all can find a little bit of like peace and self-understanding by recognizing that somebody else does something similar to you, like it's not just you, it's me too. So on that note, as we have this black screen and we're going to let my camera charge and we're going to sit here for a moment, I want us to ground our energy and I want us to release all of this. So, nothing like some good trauma bonding on a lovely Tuesday evening. Exactly. Trauma bonding over this Pisces full moon. So, right now, we're just going to all bond together, right? Like, let the traumas just come to the surface, allow them to float up. But I do want to invite you all to close your eyes if you are, somewhere where you can do that. And as you close your eyes, I just want you to take a deep breath in, fill up your belly all the way. Hold this breath for a moment and slowly exhale. I want you to do that all over again. Take a deep breath in, filling your belly all the way up. Holding your breath for a moment, becoming aware of the stillness filling your body. And slowly exhale. And so I want you to start to imagine all of the veins in your body, seeing yourself with all of these veins that almost look like tree trunks, roots flowing through your body and all of your limbs. And then I want you to see those roots moving down into the ground, moving into the dirt. And let them just kind of hang out in the dirt. It's like you're a tree. All of your roots within you, flowing out of your feet, connecting you in. And now I want you to think about all the trees around you in your neighborhood, on your property, in your town, in your state. Start to think of all of these different trees. And now start to think of all of the different roots from the trees in the ground. Start seeing them connect underneath this earth, becoming a huge web of roots just going across the world, connecting all together, this earth energy. And like see the roots just lighting up and glowing beautifully. Seeing the life force of all these trees. And now I want you to see your own roots that are flowing out of your feet into this earth, into the dirt. I want you to see them flowing towards the roots of the tree that is closest to you, connecting you into this system, into this web of energy that's in the earth. fully grounding you. And then once you feel grounded and rooted in this moment, I want you to think about all of the fears, the trauma, the shadow, the ways that you self-sabotage, everything heavy, everything dense, everything that's weighing you down, holding you down. I want you to see all of that moving from your mind, your heart, wherever it is in your body, down through your feet and being released into this web where these trees are just taking it on and converting it back into love, removing all the burdens, all the fear, trauma, heaviness, everything just from you, helping you just fully release and letting go. Like you're shedding your leaves. Just keep imagining the release. Allowing any emotions to flow along with it. And now with your next inhale, I want you to imagine the love, the light, the grounding energy, the stability, the support from these trees to flow up into the roots, into your body, moving into all your veins, filling your body with beautiful, loving light. Helping you feel secure, stable, supported, and strong. Truly grounding your energy here. With your next inhale, allow yourself to become even taller. Lifting up the top of your head, rolling back your shoulders, straightening out your body. Helping that energy to flow even more easily. As you truly connect in to the earth. And take one more deep breath. Just letting it all go. Feeling the love inside of you, feeling the support. When you're ready, you can slowly start to come back, wiggling your fingers and toes, and slowly opening your eyes. So now that we are grounded and centered and here, and we've released, our next question is going to be, how are you going to move forward? And this can be whatever way feels best for you to answer it, whatever tangible way, whatever anything. You know, we have these realizations, we notice our cycles, we notice our stories, but we gotta change it. So we're gonna take the next 2 minutes and 20 seconds to figure out, how are you going to move forward? I feel like maybe I could have used a few more minutes with that question. If so, on the replay, definitely hit pause, keep writing. But if you need a minute or more, if you need a minute or two right now, feel free to take it. Sit with the discomfort, allow the feelings to come and go in order to move on. I need to get through what I'm feeling physically and emotionally. The only way out is through. Yeah, I really love that. You got that. You're good. Like you can do it for sure. Christopher, take a minute, center myself, move one foot forward with the other, breathe and flow. Yeah, for sure, for sure. For me, it's move slower, rest, be more present, really become diligent of spending my energy and mindset on thinking about what I want, calling in the unseen, really, looking to manifest and use my imagination to be where I want to be, essentially, ideally with a healed arm as quickly as can be. Believing more, not giving up. I had a moment when I fractured this elbow of just being like, do I just give it all up? Do I just stop making candles, stop doing YouTube? Do I just let it all go? And then it's like, if I let it all go, I'm going to have nothing to focus on. I can't let it all go. But I should figure out how to do this all differently. So being open to receiving stuff, being gentle with myself and asking for help. From Celeste, after holding myself accountable, I will be gentle with myself and let negative emotions go. Yes, I love that. Sean, one step at a time, one day at a time. Yes, and yes. It's definitely a journey. It's not about getting to the end. And once we get to the end, then where do we go? Tom, I'm gonna start trusting myself more, healing the emotional body for real and not let wounds linger. Of course, detachment from outcomes. Yeah, I like it. I like it indeed. And maybe I don't know. I have attachments to outcomes. We talked about this last time. I feel like understanding the reasoning behind the attachment can serve you rather than just looking to fully detach it, if that makes sense. Yeah. I also just realized that I skipped over a question. So we did that one and now we're going to do this one, but I like the order more. So that's why that one was number 5 and this one is number 4. So our next question is going to be dream about what you're looking to manifest, but I want you to do it in a playful way. And so I have a friend, her name is Lorraine, and she's amazing. If you guys ever are looking for an energy healer, I highly recommend her. I will put you in touch with her. Like she's literally phenomenal. And she had given me this idea of manifesting things from the unseen. So I like to think of it as being out in like the galaxy or somewhere where I'm in darkness, and then the things I want are flowing to me from the darkness. So I invite you right now, like you can either write about what it is that you want, or you can just take the next 2 minutes with me to just imagine it in your mind. You don't necessarily have to write it. I just gotta find a song that is 2 minutes. We're gonna do this song. Okay. I surround myself with love, release the situation to the universe, and be still for the answer. I love that. Yes, yes, yes. That's awesome, Val. Life is an endless cycle of knowing when to let go and hold on. Agreed. Okay, so let's take the next 2 minutes to dream about what you're looking to manifest and literally like make this as playful as possible. Make it as fun as possible. Dream as big as you want to dream. Like be a kid again and just literally like have your imagination and just dream and have fun. So I'm going to start playing music and let's go. hopefully that was fun for you. We're going to move on to our last question. When we do, I'm actually going to switch cameras because I don't want the camera to die while I'm sending you guys the Reiki. So we're going to switch quality and we'll go to the laptop camera. It won't be as crisp as this one, but do what you got to do, you know? Dance and sing my way through the rest of the year with a smile and endless love. Yeah, I love that. Let's go. Let's freaking go. It'll be fun. Um, okay, so our last question, because you guys know this is how I always like to sum up a moon ritual, because I like to talk to the moon directly. I'm going to invite you to share with the full moon whatever is on your heart. We're just going to leave it at that. Whatever is on your heart, let's just share it with the full moon. I'm going to start playing a song, but the camera is all going to switch. So go ahead and just keep on writing. Hopefully that was enough time. I just realized that I wasn't on mute, so I hope I wasn't too distracting. But from Krista, perfect full moon for this, but healing, I need a lot of it right now, and being able to release what doesn't serve me anymore and what is causing more problems than what they're worth. Yeah, definitely do that during that healing session. Below full moon, thank you for hearing our prayers, for shining your loving light in the darkness and recess of this world, for helping us shine the light within with this lovely group of stars. Thank you, KR. Awesome, Val. Amazing. Legit shout out to all of you who are watching this and like just rolling with me with all these technical difficulties. I'm sorry, but I appreciate your patience and I'm glad that we can just make it work and keep on grooving and going through it. Endless possibilities within myself. thankfulness of how far I've grown spiritually. Yeah. May what's troubling our mind bring awareness to the inner peace that is forever present in the eternal now. Amazing. Hello, Valerie. Welcome, welcome. Awesome. Such beautiful messages. Thank you all for sharing. Um, yeah, let's move into our Reiki healing. And for those of you who missed the first half of this and didn't catch this on the replay and you're just joining live, I fractured the elbow of my dominant hand. I did it not even a week ago. So for tonight, I'm going to only send the Reiki with one hand. So if you're wondering why I'm only using one hand, that's why. Oh, Sean, I'm really sorry. Hopefully you can ask your dad to come visit you tonight and maybe he'll come through in the dream, in your dreams. Um, yeah. Call your children. Ask them to come visit. So let's play some music. Let's do some Reiki. Thank you, Valerie. I appreciate that. Yeah, if anybody wants to send some Reiki healing my way, whenever you want to send it, I am fully here, open and ready to receive. I give you my permission. It's my right arm. Um, and yeah, so Reiki is the energy healing modality where energy sent via the hands. I'm not the one doing the healing. I'm just sending it through. The next 10 minutes or so, you may feel tingling in your hands, feet, other places in your body. You might see shapes, you might see colors, you might feel waves of energy come over you. You might have emotions pop up, you may have thoughts pop up. You might feel just very calm, very serene. You may feel like you're traveling to different places. Cool sensations, warm sensations. I might have said that already. Waves, I definitely said that. Tingling, I definitely said that. That's pretty much it. I think that's mostly my spiel. You might gulp hard, your stomach might gurgle. That doesn't normally happen for you. Normally happens with practitioners, but it can happen. So if it does, don't freak out. Just understand you're getting Reiki. It too will pass. And yeah, let's hop into it. I invite you now to get comfortable. Get comfortable in a seat. Get comfortable laying down. Um, yeah, just settle into this moment. Start taking some deep breaths. And when we're done, you will hear my voice bringing you back, but no need to rush. We're just going to take our time to slowly come out of it. And I hope you enjoy. you can slowly start to come back to this moment, becoming aware of your body, gently wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe taking a stretch. And whenever you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes, come back to this moment. I suggest drinking some water as you're probably thirsty. And the water is just going to help with rebalancing. Well, it's just going to help with this session, detoxing after the session. Definitely have some water. And for those of you who don't know, I do offer private Reiki sessions via Zoom. So you can have sessions with me all the time. Um, One-handed Reiki ain't got nothing on two-handed, still came through strong. Trying to make sure that means that the one-handed is still as good as the two-handed. Um, Andrea, thank you for the energy. I appreciate you. Valerie asking the moon to clear all blocks in my life for abundance with joy and gratitude. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Tom sending Reiki with the left hand of yep, exactly. Um, from Val, don't forget to like and share this video. Yes, please. That would really help my channel. I appreciate all of you who already do. From Dr. Lynn, thank you, Moon, for this time. Thank you, Moon, for this lifetime, for I know love and love the support that validates at every moment. Beautiful. I'm so glad to hear that. Val, so happy to find your channel. Crystal and lovely people. Have a beautiful night. Thank you for being here with us. I appreciate you. Um, okay, good. I'm glad that the one-handed Reiki was just as good. I put my right hand up for a moment and then we said no. No, not for that long. Plus, that was amazing. I felt the release awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. Krista, while I threw out my back a few days ago and today it was hurting on and off, and now it doesn't hurt and just feels really warm. Amazing. I'm so glad that's the experience you're having. You'll have to let me know when you wake up tomorrow how it feels because, yeah, you never know. I feel like, Tom, you can say this the one time you got on here with me and your throat was hurting. And then we did the Reiki and then your throat stopped hurting and it didn't hurt you anymore. Sean, thank you, thank you. Andrea, loved your energy. I went to a happy place. Yay. Oh honey, I want hand to heal in perfect peace. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, Fasting can help with the elbow whenever my shoulder or back, it works wonders. I was thinking that when I first got hurt, I actually didn't have an appetite. So I wasn't forcing myself to eat because in my head it was like, well, if I'm not eating, my body's not being distracted for digesting and it can just go and like be around my elbow. So in the beginning, I actually like kind of fasted on my own, not like full fast, but like I didn't have an appetite and I just like rocked with it. Valerie, always calming. Reiki, thank you. Amazing. Christopher, this was incredible. Thank you. Awesome. Cool. Yay. Thank you guys. Just so you know, my website is updated with all of the inventory I currently have. I will be making more candles once I get the go ahead. I'm going to be making candles for an event for October 6th. And then whatever I have left over from that event, I'll update my website to have again. But until I go back for x-rays, I go back September 26th, I think. It's a Thursday. I'm pretty much like laying low. Like I'm doing my best not to use my right hand in any type of way at all. So I think I'm going to try to record videos tomorrow so that I can get a little bit ahead for YouTube so that I don't miss uploads for you guys. So you might see my right arm pop in and out, but we're just going to roll with it. We're just going to see how it goes. Also, learning how to do makeup with my left hand. This is just a fun time, y'all. Um, who needs NyQuil when you got K? Exactly. Your throat felt better. Okay, cool. Um, yeah, any other questions, any other thoughts, any other anythings? Um, Anything else you guys just want to chat about before I hop off? And like I said, truly, thank you. If anybody watched this on the replay and like sat through all of the technical difficulties, you're a real champ. I appreciate you. I'm sorry. It just happened. And my camera wasn't charged. And also I need a new battery. My camera keeps dying too fast, just in general. Um, okay, 48 to 72 hour fast is a good sweet spot. It activates right where your body eats inflammation. Is there a difference between Reiki and angel energy healing? So I maybe, and I'm not quite sure. Like there is something called like angel healing Reiki. There's also something called like crystal healing Reiki. There's a lot of, I remember reading in a book, like I was at Barnes and Nobles flipping through a book, and there's like all these different variations of Reiki in itself. What sets Reiki apart is that it's part of a certain lineage. So it's the Usui lineage. If this is the Usui, like my understanding, Reiki existed in Japan. Master Usui also stumbled upon Reiki energy healing. And then it's really his lineage that's kind of been brought to today's world. And Master Takata is also kind of the reason why it's still here because of her presence. And so, how Reiki in itself specifically works is you get an attunement from somebody who received an attunement from somebody else. So, typically, your Reiki master should be able to trace their lineage all the way back into Master Usui based on the attunements. And when you get the attunement, it opens up the energy center in your heart, the palms of your hands, the top of your head. So that attunement is what makes Reiki Reiki. It's like as if it's like a passing, like when you receive the attunement, what happens is like the Reiki master has you sit in a chair, and you could do it online, like you could do it virtually or in person. And what the Reiki master is doing is they're taking your hands, they're bringing it above your head, they're bringing it at your chest, they're opening your hands up, they're drawing the symbols into your hands, and then they're sealing that process. So when you receive that process from somebody who's been attuned with Reiki is Reiki. You can have people who do energy healing, and they might do angel energy healing. So they're working with specific angels, but they also might be a Reiki healer in conjunction with it. So yes and no. It's just a matter of, did they receive the Reiki attunement? So hopefully that answered your question. If not, we can like keep exploring more. Have I tried icing my elbow? Yeah. So my mom, my mom just had rotator cuff surgery in the beginning of August. So she has like a special ice machine that she lent me. So I've been icing my arm nonstop. If you guys look at my Instagram video, you'll see like my elbow is really big. Now it's like barely swollen. I have like a bump somewhere here. It used to be bigger. I think I had a bump here. It's like pretty much gone now. Oh no, it's right here. So there's like a little bump. It's just like a little swollen, but like I'm almost like for being less than a week out. Tomorrow will be a week. Pretty good. I could probably fully straighten my elbow. Maybe I can get closer to being straight, but I don't want to push it. And it is just still swollen. I think it's the swelling that hurts more than like anything else. Um, Gotta watch YouTube making me watch a 40-second ad. I'm sorry. When I do these lives, I always put the ad on like conservative so it doesn't give you guys a lot. And then when I make my videos, I never include ads in the middle of them because I never want you to be interrupted. Yeah. Just remember to add the salts in the water only will make you feel too weak from the electrolyte loss. I do need to get salt. That's a good point. I need to get more salt and put that in the water. And then I've been using this machine called the Beamer, which like basically brings oxygen into your blood. So I've been doing that, and then I've been imagining the energy from the trees flowing up into my feet and the earth re like mending my bone together because our bones are earth. And then I've been imagining as the sun shines into my skin that it's moving into there and also bringing healing into that bone and like bringing the bone together. Um, Tom, what do you think about Celtic salt? There's like somebody on Instagram and YouTube has been bashing a specific company. And then like if you go to the company, they're like, no, like what they're bashing us for isn't valid. Um, so I'm curious what you think of Celtic salt. Oh, good morning, Jason. I'm actually going to be signing off soon, so you may have to catch the replay. But happy full moon. I hope it's been amazing. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful work day if you're going into work soon. Yeah. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. And then after I hear about Tom and Celtic salt, I'm gonna personally never used it, but that one brand is good. I think it has good minerals in it. I personally use Pink Himalayan more minerals. Yeah, I've heard Celtic has more, like, I'm not sure if I've heard that the Celtic sea salt has more minerals than Pink Himalayan, but I don't know it's true. I think they're both good. I cook with Pink Himalayan. That's like the only thing that I've been using for years. And it's so much more tasty. Yeah, be off to work shortly. Had a feeling. All right, y'all. Well, thank you again. Thank you for all of the glitches. And I'm probably gonna put a new video up in like 2 days just so I can, well, it depends. If I record new videos tomorrow, then I'll put one up in like a day. Then I'll have some more left. Like I'll have some stocked up, but um yeah. Pink salt lamp. Yep, me too. Awesome. Well, I hope you guys genuinely, please be kind to yourself, relax, rest, listen to your body, like chill out when you feel like it, and allow yourself to just release and don't shy away from the inner work as easy as it might be. But if you can just get the awareness, that's all it is. It's all awareness. It's all us learning more about ourselves. And when we do that, we become even more empowered. And yeah, I hope everybody just has a wonderful night. Thanks for joining me. Bye, guys.